Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of my YouTube channel. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit to couples about getting to know each other. Now I know I've talked about this a lot in some of my other episodes or videos, but today I was actually at my kids' school and I was listening to someone talk about back to school and then settling in. And the point of the talk was, as we settle, how do we still get to know each other? And it got me thinking about couples. And one of the things that I talk to couples a lot about is continuing to turn towards one another and get to know each other with who you are today, not versions of who you used to be. And, what I see a lot is, couples who come to therapy because they've lost the spark, or, they don't really know each other anymore and they feel like they're just more roommates instead of partners, or even understand how they can nurture the marital part of their relationship. And so, they feel like they're kind of sleeping next to someone that they don't even know. And, so what I do is we talk about, how to turn towards each other, how to really create these moments of connection to know who you are today, and continue to be curious about one another. So let me just explain, according to Dr. John Gottman, who's, I talk about in my videos, he talks a lot about creating rituals of connection to continue to turn towards each other and really solidify the foundation of your relationship. And he says the more intimately you know each other, the stronger your relationship is. And when we stop paying attention, when we get focused on other things, we stop seeing each other. And so how can we continue to turn towards one another? Now, I'm also going to pair it with what Esther Perel says, that we want two things in relationships. We want our independence, but we also want connection. We want security. And how can we have both? And really, the way I pair kind of the two of like what they're both saying is, how do we continue to nurture our intimate relationship, not sexual, but our emotional, intimate relationship, and that comfort and that security that comes with, knowing who you both are. And at the same time, how do we continue to kind of nurture parts of who we are and that independent part? So it is a dance, right? It's a dance of who am I individually and what do I bring into the relationship that helps the relationship thrive, and who are we in terms of the relationship, and how do we come together and make the relationship continue to thrive. So to me, I look at it as both and. It's continuing to turn towards and ask questions and get to know each other, and at the same time continuing to explore new parts of who you are outside of the relationship, as well as new parts in the relationship. So exploring and curiosity. So I think those are two important words. What parts of you do I want to explore? Do I want to be curious about? Even if we've been married for 25, 30 years. What parts of you do I want to explore in the right here, right now? What parts do we want to explore together? And, I get especially with COVID, like right now there's still COVID going on. It's like, oh my gosh, Monica, we've been together 24/7. There's no more I want to explore. So of course, what I would say is, what parts of you individually do you want to explore? What parts of you are coming to life, and how can you bring that aliveness back into the relationship? I love that word aliveness, because when I think about or when I ask the question, what makes you feel alive? Even kind of subconsciously, we just feel a little bit better. We feel like we've got that pep in our step. And when I can talk to my partner about that aliveness feeling, I feel better and I feel more closer and connected. If I'm continuing to kind of turn myself off and not nurturing those parts that make me feel alive or feel good, or that I'm really curious about, then I'm not going to turn towards. And then I'm going to get caught in this like tunnel vision of, I don't feel good, or I'm in this like routine of things. Like sometimes we are just going to be in a routine of life. Again, going back to, not that I want to blame everything on COVID, because this was happening even before COVID. We get into the routine of things and we just kind of become robotic. So we get really busy with things outside of ourselves or even outside of our relationship, and it does turn us away from each other and even ourselves. And that again is, I feel like I'm a roommate here, or I don't know who I am, or where did I go, or where did our relationship go? So, just getting clear of how can I turn to, so that balance of independence and togetherness. What parts of myself individually do I need to nurture so I can bring that back, that excitement, that curiosity, that aliveness back to my relationship? And what parts of my relationship do I know I need to nurture in order for the relationship to thrive? So again, both and. And depending on where you're at in your relationship, it's going to be a little different. Relationships go through waves or change. And that's why I'm saying get to know each other for who you are today, not who you were when you first met, or maybe after you had kids, or after you got married. Like, who are you today? And what parts of you do you maybe want to continue to learn about or explore? So, according to Gottman, like creating those little rituals of connection, how do you want to celebrate your relationship? And remember, he says small things often. And the other part, again, is what can I do even outside of my relationship to help my relationship? What are the things that I really like? Think about when you first met and fell in love. You really wanted to get to know the person. You wanted to know what they were doing, what interests them, what they liked, and you can still ask each other those questions even, like I said, if you've been married for 25 years, it's just going to look a little bit different. But you also have to be doing some things, if you like to golf, go golfing with your friends. Or if you like to go see movies, maybe go see a movie. Or if you like to cook, maybe make a new meal that you've never made before. Something that brings some sense of excitement, whether it's small or, something really big. You two together deciding that dance of independence and togetherness, or security and adventure. And each couple, you guys are all unique. And so really saying, what can I know, or what do I want to know, or what do I want my partner to know about me to help us now? But that question of getting to know you. So in the talk this morning at my kids' school was, when you first start school, you're all excited and it's fun, and you're like in each classroom, maybe you're doing a little bit of icebreakers, or you're going over like what happened during the summer, and there's this like excitement and things to talk about. And then you start to settle into the routine of school. And what the person was saying is, how can you still continue to ask questions and have some sense of excitement even when you fall into the routine of things? And I think that's a great question, not only for school-age students, but also couples. Having a routine is great. And how can I provide some excitement even within that routine? Getting to know each other for who you are today, and what sense of curiosity and exploration can you bring to the relationship, for the relationship and for the individual parts of who you are. So continue to ask questions, continue to be curious, and also continue to explore new parts of who you are in the present moment, not necessarily who you used to be. All right, guys, thank you for watching my YouTube video all about getting to know each other. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for weekly updates all about relationships. Have a great day.